When I let you down, I broke the promises I made to myself, not just to you. The weight of that guilt lingers within me, reminding me that the trust we built was fragile, and I shattered it with my actions. Now I'm left to rebuild, but it feels like the pieces of my heart are scattered too far to ever be whole again. I thought I was strong enough to keep my word, but when I let you down, it was a reminder that strength isn't always about what we can promise others. It's about what we can promise ourselves. I failed in keeping my promises, and in doing so, I failed to honor the trust that was placed in me. It hurts more than I can express, knowing that in breaking my promises to you, I also broke the trust I had in myself. Each mistake feels like a loud echo of failure, and every thought is tainted with the pain of knowing I could have done better. When I let you down, it wasn't just an action, it was the unraveling of a belief I once held about myself. The promises I made were more than words. They were my commitment to the future. Breaking them has left me questioning what I can truly promise now. I broke my promises not because I wanted to, but because in that moment I was overwhelmed by my own limitations. I thought I could handle it all, but in letting you down, I realized I was still learning how to live up to the person I strive to be. The pain of knowing I let you down lingers in my soul, but what stings more is the realization that by doing so, I hurt the part of me that trusted I could do better. Now I'm searching for the pieces of myself I lost along the way. When I let you down, it was not just an apology I owed. It was a deep reckoning with myself. I broke my promises to you, and in doing so, I broke the image I had of myself. Now, all I can do is work towards rebuilding what was lost. Sometimes the hardest part of letting someone down is not the regret we feel in the moment, but the shadow it casts over our future decisions. Breaking promises feels like a betrayal of everything we hoped we could be, and it's not easy to erase that sting. I once believed that promises were sacred, but when I let you down, I realized that promises are only as strong as the person who makes them. Now, I'm left picking up the pieces, hoping to restore both my integrity and the trust that was shattered. When I broke my promise to you, I broke something inside of me as well. The guilt is overwhelming, but it also serves as a reminder that growth comes from acknowledging our failures and working through the consequences of our actions. The weight of my broken promises is something I carry with me every day. It's a constant reminder that the trust I once had in myself was misplaced. But I'll never stop trying to rebuild, even if the road to redemption is long and uncertain. Letting you down wasn't just an action, It was a silent war within myself. I knew what I was supposed to do, but in failing to do it, I've lost faith in myself. Now I'm struggling to rebuild what I lost, not just with you, but within my own heart. When I let you down, I betrayed my own expectations of myself. It's as if I'm walking through life with a heavy heart, knowing I fell short of what I promised. Yet, the only path forward is to accept this failure, learn from it, and do better. There is a deep sadness that comes from knowing that I not only let you down, but also let myself down. The promises I made weren't just words to you, they were promises I made to my own spirit. Now, I'm left trying to repair what's broken. Breaking my promises to you has shaken me to the core, but the hardest part is realizing that I broke the trust I had in myself. Now, every step I take feels like an attempt to rebuild not just our relationship, but my own self-worth. When I broke my promises, I fractured the image of who I wanted to be. I thought I was capable of more, but I've learned that mistakes are inevitable. Now, I'm left with the responsibility of rebuilding one promise at a time. Letting you down was a failure, but it wasn't just a failure to you. It was a failure to the person I aspire to be. Each broken promise is a lesson I must learn from, but the process is not easy. I have to face the consequences of my actions every day. The pain of letting you down is not just in the regret of what I did, but in the realization that my promises were fragile. I promised myself I would never hurt you, but in doing so, I hurt myself in ways I never expected. When I let you down, it felt like an impossible weight pressing against my chest. I realized that in breaking my promise, I betrayed my own values. And now, every moment feels like a step toward reconciliation, both with you and within myself. To break a promise isn't just to fail the other person, it's to fail your own belief in what you can be.